Hello, it's Tristan here from Zebra Invest, and today, as a part of our video series to help you getting around property data, finding more deals that you can actually action, whether you want to go out and invest in them, refurbish them, and then add that value to them to be able to sell and make a profit, keep inside your portfolio, or possibly deal source on. I just want today to go through how you can simply use your goldmine area, your patch, to be able to find below market value deals. You may have seen me come across this point and this idea once or twice before about how to find properties that are selling at a lower price per square foot than others in the area. But this is going to be perfect for showing you how you can use an Excel spreadsheet to really dive through that data and kind of have a high level analysis of which deals might be interesting or worth taking a look at for something for like a flip, a title split, or even possibly a subdivide. So what I'll do, I'll just move my little face across the side here. So what we're going to do is focus on your own goldmine area, which I have done another video and run through and explain how you can easily get in and set that up. But what we're going to then do is we're going to search by price per square foot, and we're going to work out roughly what that is in the area, and we're going to download a spreadsheet. So I'm going to jump into that now, give you a bit of a high level look at how we can do this and how hopefully we can get finding you some deals. Towards the end of the video, you'll also get given, unless you may have already signed up, which by now, because I've been banging on about property data for ages, but there is a discount code to be able to go off and get it, which means you'll get half price off the first month, or your 14-day free trial and your 14-day free trial as well. And there's also my email series, which you're probably already a part of, but there's also that just being sent out to you as well to help you find more deals out there to go investing in yourself or possibly pass on to other people. So let's jump on over into property data. So here you can see the website. We're just going to click in here at the top and log in. As you'll know, I would have mentioned before, I have what is called a max account. A max account gives you unlimited access to their data and unlimited kind of credits. That means you can do as many searches as you want and various different bits. So what happens every time you log in, and you would have probably seen this before, that it comes straight in and it shows you all your saved areas. So your saved areas are going to be your goldmine kind of areas. As I said, I've done another video explaining how you set these up, but it is just in the research local area. You can then set up an area that you're looking to target, and then you can then find deals in another area. So let's just do that quickly. And we're going to turn around and go with, let's go with Harlow, for example. Harlow in Essex. And then what we're going to do here, so this is an area that I haven't previously done that much research into or had a look at, but this has just pulled up the whole kind of the city, kind of the town and the city, and all the details about that property there. So we're just going to click the generate data. That's then going to create our kind of goldmine or hotspot area that we're going to be wanting to work with. So here you get the top section here. So if you want to save it, actually I've pressed the wrong button there, so we'll go back to that. But you can then save that area as, say, Harlow. So then this is going to be, now you've got a goldmine area that you've set up, or a hotspot area that you're looking to invest in. So here, this is where you've got a selection and kind of a scatter graph of all the properties that are available in the market. It can be quite useful because you can look at it and click on the outliers to find properties that you think might be less than what the average price is. But at this point, it's really hard to kind of work out what is actually a deal and what isn't. So as I said here, we're going to search by price per square foot. So what we're going to do here is click the pound per square foot button. And then this is just going to turn all this data into a bigger scatter graph for us. But what we're going to do this time is we're going to click on the data button. So I'm just going to move my face out of the way. You can see the data button right there. So by clicking that, we're going to end up having like a spreadsheet effectively come up of all of these properties. And I'm really not placing my face in a great place, but there you go. Hey. So here you can see all of the data for all those properties coming up, roughly how much it is per price per square foot, how big the flats are, and what the size is there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to use the download button, and we can just download all of those properties, and that's just going to create like almost like an Excel spreadsheet that's called a CSV file, and we can then open in Excel to be able to deal analyze. I've just done here, and that's going to give you a little bit more information for you to be able to research through. So what we want to do is, firstly, I like making all my Excel spreadsheets look nice and neat. So I'm going to put a nice little tab across the top, make my text white, bold, looks fantastic. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to add an extra column, which we're going to say OMV PSQFT. So what I've done there is on market value per square foot value. So what we're trying to work out here is whether there are any actual deals sitting in amongst this data, because on Rightmove and Zoopla, which is where all this data would have come from, there's lots of properties out there, but it's really hard just to be able to quickly see which ones are worth taking a look at. So if we head back to Harlow, for example, and then we go back one page here, so if we go back to the analysis page, then this is a little bit of a hard and fast, high-level way of looking at it, but it's saying it's roughly £350 a square foot. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put at the top 350. So that's going to be the price that we're paying per square foot. And then what we're going to do here is it's a little bit of a calculation, and I'm going to add something else in a second as well. We're going to put equals, and then the square foot, so that's how big the property is, multiplied, when we get this one, multiplied by this here. But the difference we're going to do is around the N, or the position where you've put your price per square foot, is we're going to put just this little dollar sign around each side of it. And the reason being is that means as that we move this little formula, it will automatically multiply by that price at the top there. So what you can do is you can just grab the little corner section on the bottom there, you can drag it all the way down for all these properties that have come up. That's for all of those properties there. And then now what we can do is, actually I should have added one more column, so hopefully this isn't going to fall out of bed. It's all just updated there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put percentage OMV. So, what we're doing here is, what I've just added that percentage open market value column is so then we can turn around and put this price, the open market value price, over, actually we should be doing it the other way around. We should be doing it so we have put the asking price over the open market per square foot, and that's going to give us a percentage, 180% in that case, so that is quite expensive. And again, we're going to grab that bottom corner, drag it all the way down here. And so here, what you can see is we've now got a list of all those properties, and we can actually see roughly how much we think, based compared to the property's value and what they actually sell for per square foot in that area, what they might be worth. The last thing I'm going to do here is just go to something called freeze panes. And the idea here is if you freeze the pane, then what happens now? It hasn't quite gone to plan, so I'll just undo that. And what I want to do is unfreeze pane, but instead this time highlight the section and then just go with freeze panes. Again, oddly not working, but what I can do instead is I can just freeze the top row, and that just means as we come down you can get the information listing side by side, and it's nice and neat to look at. That just came out as I hit my Control Z. Then the final thing that I like to do is I like to be able to filter. So the idea here that being that we're using, I'm sure if you use Excel a few times before you'll be able to find this, but in the data section here you can add filters. So what this means is we can turn and say, look, open market value, we only want something that, say for example, number filter. So just to go over this, what we're going to do here is we're going to filter by the properties where they're selling for less than, say, 80 or 90% of the market value based on our price per square foot. So what we can do here is we can click on the little drop down, go to number filters, and then we can put less than or equal to, say, 80%. And that means now only the properties that have got the lowest market value are coming up. And you can then see that here you go, 465 versus 594, what we think that the property is worth. And then if you then wanted to, you can then filter by more ideas or more sides of it. So look, we could turn around and say that we want to filter by the longest, so longest time on market, and we can turn and say, and then to work out that property's been on the longest time on the market, so what's going on with it. So now what we've got here is we will have the URLs left over for these properties, and this could be where we're actually managing to find some decent discounts and properties that are worthwhile looking at. So if you've ever used Excel, you'll know that you're not able to click all the, you can see that I'm not able to click these links. If you press F3 on your keyboard, sorry, F2 on your keyboard and go through the list, you're then able to turn them all into links. So that's what I've just done there. And then what I'm going to do is open that back up in property data. So here this is saying Kilbert is a 2-bedroom flat, 2,000 square feet, supposedly £180 per square foot. And we'll just move myself, well actually I'll leave myself there. But as you come down, you can now see the property. It actually looks in really good condition, quite a nice place. We want to check that this does actually match what it's saying. Saying it's roughly £400 a square foot there, so a bit more than we thought. But this is why, look, here we go. So the property is actually coming with, you've got the house, or the flat all the way across the top there, which is 123.8 square metres. Bear in mind, if you think in the UK, that the minimum space standard for a 2-bedroom flat is 60 square metres. This could actually be turned into two 2-bedroom flats upstairs, and that's just using the floor space that you've already got. So there could be a really fantastic uplift there. And then you can look here, down here, we've got the garage, but a lot more space there, and that's where they've included that floor space as well. And you might be able to take a look through the covenants of the lease to this property, and you might be able to see whether it's possible to possibly convert these garages, because look, that's 68.9 square metres, to see whether you could also turn it into a flat. So this, just looking straight at the spreadsheet here, that's a perfect property, possibly for subdividing, almost a title split, albeit subject to needing to get the freeholders' details. So we've downloaded the spreadsheet there, as we pointed out, and now we've analysed that on the price per square foot. We've sorted that by difference and done a little bit of a manual review, but I'll quickly open up another one here on that spreadsheet that I had. Here we go, another semi-detached property, supposedly quite a way below market value. Here we go, and it's saying 3-bedroom end of terrace house, £268 a square foot. Actually all looks up together, not quite sure what's going on with this property. And then property data usually pops up with this little thing if you've got the plugin installed. They say, it was on the market for 360, then dropped to 350. This might be why in this area that it hasn't necessarily stacked up, because in different micro parts of the city, the price per square foot is going to differ. As you can see, with a 2-bedroom flat here, £400 a square foot. Here it's £300 a square foot. But even so, this is quite a substantial property. I'm not sure whether you could split this up, because it might be classed as a loss of a family home. But you might be able to say use it as an HMO, for example. But there you go. That's a quick way of being able to deep dive in and be able to find properties that you can use to add a significant amount of value to and possibly purchase them below market value. Hey guys, thanks for spending your time going through the Secret Sauce series and watching the video there. Hopefully you found it jammed-packed full of information that you can action, go out there and really start getting property deals across the line. As you know, or you might not know yet, this is part of the Secret Sauce series. So every week you can have 2 videos sent straight to your inbox explaining how you can go out there and find great deals. So that could be anything from how to get deal sourcing, how to find properties below market value, stuff where the property size are way too big for the area, and how you can negotiate down a great discount so you can do maybe like a title split. If you're out there looking for rent-to-rent deals, that will show how you can quickly find out demand, stack the deals, and to be able to get them right through. But we've done a whole series of this, and the idea is you can get emailed each week with all the little updates going through there. And we've got some fantastic little tools and ways to get around finding investment deals. So all I want you to do is, if you'd like to keep receiving these videos that we're creating, this is all completely free content. If you head over to Cuttly, cutt.ly/Zebra Invest, capital Z, capital I. When you hit that page, there's going to be an email sign-up form. What I want you to do is just enter your name, your what type of property you're investing in, what type of deals you're doing, and roughly what you're looking for. That's going to help me to work out what kind of content to put out there, create to help you along your way. And then what we're going to do is send out a fantastic series of videos exactly like this one in our secret sauce series to really help you get going and get your property deals coming across the line and hitting your goals. I hope you found this of help. If you've got any questions, comments, or anything else like that, leave them in the below or pop me an email, which is tg@zebrainvest, and I'll see what I can do to help you. But thank you very much, guys, and I look forward to seeing you soon.